Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Are y'all ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in approximately
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Well, hello there, guys. I'm doing a quick sound check here. Just let me know if y'all are hearing me loud and clear in the chat. Michael Purvis, good to see you tonight. Bjorn Jorgensen came in, said he wasn't going to be able to catch this one. He's going to catch in the live stream, but that's okay, Bjorn. We understand. And we have Blue Harvest Toys in. Shout out to him. Good to see you. Glad you shared my links today. I appreciate that very much, sir. I just wanted to get started here and oh, there's Grindhead Jim. What's going on? Thanks, Grindhead, for letting me know that it's loud and clear there. Good to see you there, Grindhead. What's been going on with you? I hope you're doing all right. Michael Purvis said he shared my link. I appreciate that, Michael. We appreciate all the shares that we can get. That helps the algorithm. One quick thing that I wanted to do before I get started today is I wanted to show everybody real quick that I now have a Patreon that I've set up. It doesn't have, you know, the tiers in it or anything. It's the light version of Patreon. I said I wasn't going to beg for money, and I'm not begging, but if you really appreciate the channel and you appreciate my efforts here and the things that I'm trying to do, any little thing that you can help me out with, I would really appreciate that. On the Patreon there. It is patreon.com/weirdfantastictoys. And I've got a link in the description to that Patreon. And I appreciate that. And Jim says that he's A-OK. Did a 9-hour shoot and edit yesterday for a video coming out this Thursday. Can't wait to see it, Jim. I'll check it out. And Jim says, ooh, a Patreon, you say. Yeah. I've had it up for like a week now. I was messing with it last week. I think I mentioned on your channel that I was thinking about doing a Patreon and just trying to figure out all the little the ins and outs of it. And it's kind of, for me, even though I know a little bit about computers and stuff, it's been a little bit of a learning curve with me to try to figure it out. And I really don't want to get too deeply into it, which is why I didn't create the tiers and everything, because they ask for a little bit more percentage there. Trapjaw 72, good to see you in, sir. And speaking of Trapjaw, that's what we're going to be working on today. And I'm going to bring us over to the desk cam here and let us see what we're working on that today. As I said in Jim's stream the other day, I got Masters of the WWE Universe, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the unpredictable bionic rattlesnake. I'm going to call him Stone Cold Trapjaw. This is the package that he came in. He came with the little insert there that shows him fighting Stratos and It looks like Ultimate Warrior. I'm not going to pull that out, but of course, here's the back of the package. You can see the cross sell here featuring Stone Cold, China, and the newer version of Rey Mysterio. And then it shows that he's got the bionic jaw and plug-in weapons for his arm. He only comes with the two weapons, the hook and the claw. Of course, they won't put the gun in there for obvious reasons, but anyway, there's the artwork at the top, and it says on there, you can try to stamp a mud hole in the rattlesnake, but Stone Cold would just come back and open a bionic can on the WWE Tourney of Superstars, and that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold Trapjaw said so. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing something with this figure here. This is Kronis, and I absolutely hate this figure. I wasn't going to get it except for the fact that in order to get the Alcala head Skeletor body and body, I had to buy that double figure set. So I ended up with this piece of mess. And what the first thing that everybody does when they get this is they get their Trapjaw figure and they said, okay, I'm going to put my Trapjaw head on Kronis and make my figure look more like the original figure. Well, that ain't possible, folks, and I hate to break it to you, but that Trapjaw head is not going to fit on that body because of that extra post sitting up there on the top, on the buck there. And that's because of how the head is made on the inside for the Trapjaw function. So that head just doesn't work. So you can't do that. That's unfortunate, but that's just the way the old ball of wax works. So sorry about that, folks. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a quick and down and dirty swap over and customization. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take his little vest off. And we're going to replace that with the piece that actually came on an original Trapjaw figure. I'm going to take his body apart here because we're going to take Stone Cold. And we're going to take the jaw off of Stone Cold. Hey, there goes my jaw. What you doing there? And we're going to take his arm. Hey, what you doing with my arm there? And we're going to take his belt. This ain't right. I got one arm and no belt. Well, we're going to give you a blue arm. How about that, Stone Cold? This ain't right. I don't look right now. I got a blue arm. Well, so much for him. Now, we'll start with Trapjaw here. We're going to put the belt on him real quick. There we go. And we're going to add this piece here, which is from an original Trapjaw figure, and snap this down in there. There we go. Now, put his other arm back on, and we're going to add the Trapjaw onto it. And let's get it onto his face here. And get it in place. And now we have a Kronis figure that looks a whole lot better than he did before. What do you think about that one, guys? Let's go ahead and full screen that so you can see what's going on there. Yeah, some fun toys. Yeah, there are some fun toys there, Sleeping Collectibles. Good to see you coming in, man. Glad to see you. Grindhead Jim says, I guess whoop ass is too hot for toy aisles. Well, I think it's not just for the toy aisles. I think it's for the intended audience for those particular toys. Sleeping Collectible says he likes the arms on that Austin. Yeah, I wish there was a matching flesh arm for that Austin, because I really like that black armband on him there. And Michael Purvis says that looks a lot better. He does, doesn't he? And he says that's way better than him riding in my toy bin. Okay. Says it looks good with the silver accents. Yeah, I agree there, Trapjaw 72. I think he does look better with the silver, because it kind of reminds me of the mini comic Trapjaw at that point. Now the next thing I want to consider in my mind doing is repainting his face green, maybe a darker green, so that it's more like the original, and maybe even repainting the accents here on his legs so that they're silver as well. And that's kind of what I got going on. I know everybody's kind of wondering what's going on with Tila back there in the background. She looks like she's getting ready for a wedding. Well, as I said in the last live stream a couple of weeks ago, I'm working on a new video in which Tila is going to be forced into marrying Skeletor, and that's the wedding dress that she's going to be wearing in that. I swapped the bottom part of her body out with the white Temple of Darkness sorceress there, so that she's got some white shoes on underneath that dress. And I think I did a pretty good job of getting that set up. So that's she's kind of back there teasing that it's going to be coming out pretty soon. Now that we've got that, if anybody wants to talk about some of the upcoming stuff that's coming up, I'll be glad to talk about it before I get ready to wrap this one up. I know we've got some new figures coming out here pretty soon. Yeah, that Stone Cold, he's pretty sharp. Like I said, I wish I had another matching color flesh arm to put on his other side that had a black armband on it like that. I think the closest color that I've got that's going to match that arm is probably going to be on Nature Boy back there, but I just don't know. I like that vest. He's got it's a plastic. It's not cloth goods. It's kind of a rubbery plastic, but he's got this little vest on. I don't know if you can see that in the small picture. Let me blow that up so you can see it better. He's got this vest on here with the Stone Cold skull in the background, and on the front it says Bionic on one side here, and on the other side it says his arm here is 316 down at the bottom. I don't know if the camera can pick that up without a shadow falling on it. 316 down there at the bottom, and on the front it's got the skull here on the side as well. And the face likeness looks pretty good, except he doesn't have any eyebrows, and I don't know what that's about, but I distinctly remember Stone Cold does have eyebrows, even though he shaves his head. So I'd have so many more of the WWE figures if there were a reliable online store to get them at. Well, the problem was that in the beginning, that line was a Walmart exclusive, and it stayed a Walmart exclusive up until it was canceled, and they released the last few figures, I think, to Big Bad Toy Store and maybe even Entertainment Earth. I picked up Stone Cold from Big Bad Toy Store here just the other day, so that's where I got him from. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to show, just a little bit of quick and dirty there. If I do repaint the face, I'll let you guys know. I really think he looks better that way with that trap jaw on him. So, but the only thing that's bothering me now is the blue face. I know we got some new figures that are going to be coming out. In the Origins line, it's going to be the Mike Young Productions 2000X version of He-Man and Skeletor. And there were some teases that they're perhaps going to be doing even more of the 2000X line as Origins figures. How do you guys feel about that? I have mixed emotions about that. I kind of like the Skeletor body, but I'm not too fond of the head sculpt on that 2000X Origin Skeletor. And of course, I watched the 2000X series some when it came out, but the schedule that it came out on was such that I wasn't able to watch them when they actually came on television. So I didn't watch them all, and I didn't get into that storyline very much. So 2000X is just kind of not something that I like a whole lot. But I kind of like the bodies and the accessories that are coming with those figures to use as custom fodder, which is mainly what I'm big into is customizing and making the figures look like I want them to look. So I might consider some of those figures. I know that some of the figures that are coming out also in the Origins line, I'm not too big on, but like Snout Spout. I mean, I Mantenna. I'm not a big Horde fan, so I'm not real excited about what's coming out right now because I've about got the Origins figures that I really wanted to get, which was mainly those figures that I had when I was a kid, and being able to recreate the original storyline that came in the mini comics and not necessarily the Filmation storyline. Uh, Jim says the 2000X figures look pretty neat to me, but I'd rather have had new characters rather than another He-Man and Skeletor. That said, the body on the 2000X Skeletor is amazing. It is. I really like it, Jim. I do, and I may be getting that figure, and I may even get the He-Man one too. I don't know. It all depends. Michael Purvis says I need all the new figures coming out, Origins and Masterverse. Yeah, I don't have the funds to go into the Masterverse, and some of those figures do look amazing, but I'm going to stick with my Origins because they just have this nostalgia feeling to them that just makes me feel like I'm back a kid again playing with my old toys. Trapjaw 72 says, "Long live the evil Horde." Well, Trapjaw 72 is a Horde fan. One of the reasons why I never really got into the Horde, first of all, I was a little bit old for collecting action figures when the Horde got released, and mainly, to me as a kid or as a almost adult at the time, uh, Hordak was a She-Ra villain. Now I know he wasn't originally intended to be. I know Mattel intended him to be a He-Man villain, and that the mini comics in the figures reflected that. But the She-Ra girls over there, they kind of co-opted Hordak and the evil Horde as their villains. Let's see, if you need any, I have plenty of them for sale on my store page. Yeah, let's plug Michael Purvis's store page. He does have a Facebook page for his store, and he has very reasonable prices on the things that he sells there. So I recommend that highly. Michael, I'm gonna try to see if I can find that link real quick. If I can get on my Facebook here and see if I'm logged in on here. Yeah. Go in my inbox here. at, Michael? There you go. Michael, I'm going to try to get your link and post it up here so everybody will know how to get in touch with you. I think I've got a link here where you contacted me earlier with, yeah, it's not going to let you put a store link in, Michael, because they don't allow anyone to post links in the chat. So if you can send me a Facebook message with it, here I think I found it. Hold on. Here, let's see if I can post that. It'll let me post the links. No, all right, that's not going to work. Let me do it this way then. I'll actually have to follow it to get it. There we go. That's on bluejay.com, is it not? Yeah, here we go. Copy and paste. I believe that link right there will take you to Michael's store. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, that's it. All right. That's the correct link, Michael, I believe, is it not? Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, it looks like it is. I see where you sent it to me again. Yeah, and let me go ahead and plug his Facebook page as well. I'm going to follow that link and get it up here where I can copy. And I can paste it down here. Here's Michael's Facebook page. Like I said, he's got very reasonable prices on the things that he's offering there. If you need something and he's got it, I recommend you going through him, and he'll treat you right. So there you go, Michael. You got you plugged there, and let me see if I can show this real quick. Yeah, here's I think this is the Facebook page here, and where did he go? Here is his toy shop page. So there you go. So if anybody's got any more questions for me, or any comments about what's coming out, just pop it up in the chat there, and we'll talk about it. If anybody wants to pop in and join me, I have a pin link up at the top with the StreamYard link. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay on too much longer. I've got some other things I've got to do. Grindhead Jim says he page liked and bookstore bookmarked. Good deal, Jim. Appreciate you helping out my buddy there. Jim, you wanna tell us anything that tease us with a little bit of stuff that you got going on there? Go ahead and do it now. This is your chance if you want to. And Michael, it's my pleasure, Michael. I don't mind doing that at all. Anyway, I've had a pretty rough couple of weeks. That's probably one of the reasons why you haven't seen me around. I've had a lot of things I've had to take care of. Work's been kind of grinding, and I've got some work that's being done on the house here and all of it didn't get done this weekend because it rained on Friday, and the man wasn't able to get started until yesterday, and basically he just tore everything down and said, "Oh, that's all got to dry out." So it's been drying out today, and he's supposed to get started tomorrow. So I don't know when I'm going to get back on, and I don't know when I'm going to get back to working on working on my stop motions, they take so long, and that's one of the reasons why I just don't grind those out. I just can't. It's not possible. Grindhead Jim's going to be live streaming tomorrow night as always, and Thursday is a deep dive on Super 7 reaction figures for my favorite band. All right, well, we look forward to all that, Jim. I'm going to try to catch you on that live stream because you generally live stream around 5 o'clock Central Time, U.S. time. So I'm generally have made it home from work and kind of sitting and relaxing in the living room doing my watching of my favorite YouTube channels at that time. So it'd be great to see you on there. And if anybody else has got anything they want to add, now's the time to do it. If not, I'm going to be taking this one on out here in just a few minutes. Anybody want to see anything that's over here on the desk, let me know, and then I'll be glad to bring it forward. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you, man. I really do. And like I said, once again, I'm going to plug my Patreon. I think I've got a link down in the description. If you go to my YouTube page, if you look on my banner at the top, there's a few links on the side. That Patreon link is the first link on there. If you want to help me out a little bit, I guarantee 100% of everything that you pledge given that Patreon is going to go to this channel, to either buying equipment or getting softwares that I can use to make my content. Grindhead said, "Yeah, show me something I might not have seen before." I don't know if you were in the last time when I was showing off the interior of Castle Grayskull here. Let's get some of these figures out of the way, and we'll kind of look over Castle Grayskull again together with everybody. Oh. First of all, we'll bring Tila forward in that wedding dress. I think that's just absolutely beautiful there. I even made a bouquet of flowers for her to hold in her hand as her bridal bouquet. Bring that up. And pretty much that's what that's all about. And I'm going to put her off to the side over here and get her out of the way and get the sorceress out of the way. Everyone may not have seen this the last time because I didn't have it out, but that's the combat trainer with the custom paint job on it. And inside the castle here, let's move the camera here a little bit and see if we can't see this a little bit better. And let's get some light in there. There we go. On the wall here in the castle, you see these shields. Those shields were in the original mini comic, and you see them as Skeletor first enters Castle Grayskull in the first mini comic. And I was able to recreate those and get them on the wall. Troy asked me, where did you find the wedding dress? I just picked up the coloring book that happened in and thought it would be a cool, easy custom. Well, to be honest with you, the wedding dress was actually part of a porcelain dollhouse figure, a bride figure that was made out of porcelain. That was made for it was a 1/12 scale, and a person on Etsy was selling that figure for a reasonable price. You see those figures quite often on eBay and Etsy for unreasonable prices. Well, this one was at a reasonable price. Now, unfortunately, the dress is actually sewn onto the figure. The figure's made out of porcelain, but when they put the dress on, they'd say sew it on. I mean, there's no opening in the back. So I had to make an opening in the back, and I'm going to be trying to add add on some Velcro on that so that I can take it on and off very easily. Right now it doesn't have any, but for my purposes right now, I'm not going to need it. But I would like to preserve that dress if at all possible. This is Rollo Rotbert. Hello, my friend. Is this Masters Maniac Mexico, Rollo? Just glad that you are all right. Yeah, Rollo, I'm fine, and I know I've kind of been missing for a little while, but there's a lot going on my end that I've got to, this life stuff I've got to take care of, and I'm not a 24/7 YouTuber. I'm not able to do that. I've got a lot of things going on, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been around. And like I said, I am working on this stop motion of some of this stuff, and that stuff takes a while. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it really does. You gotta string all that stuff together. You got to take the pictures. You got to add the sounds in, and of course, I don't use what I ought to, because what I ought to is buy some software that does a lot of this for me. But like I said, I don't have the money, so Patreon. If you help me out a little bit, I might be able to afford something that'll do a better job. But yeah, doing the voices, I do all that stuff myself, and even the special effects, I have to run a pass through one program, then bring when I'm done from that over into another program in order to add some of those special effects into it. So it just takes a while. Okay, Rollo, he says he's on his phone. So, all right. It's good to see you. I wanted to catch that live stream that you did the other day, but I was at work when it happened, and I meant to catch the replay of it, but I can't. I wasn't able to, and I'm sorry about that, brother. But I'll try to see if I can't catch it at another time. None of us is. Just glad that you were good, Bill. Yeah, that's great. Let's see, Grindhead Jim, if you ever need any additional lines of dialogue recorded, let me know. I'll be happy. Grindhead, I'm gonna take you up on that, my friend. If you wouldn't mind DMing me a way of contacting you on from my Facebook page, I would appreciate that, Jim. And we can get together on that, because I do need some voices other than my own. And one of them is a female voice. I sometimes I do a female voice, but my female voice basically sounds like a guy trying to mock a woman, and that doesn't sound good at all to me. And I got my daughter to come in and do a Tila voice for me at one time, but she's not always available either. So if anybody can find me a lady with a nice commanding voice, I really need a Tila voice. And Jim, sure thing. I appreciate you, Jim. Yeah, if anybody wants to help me with these things, do drop me a line. My Facebook page, if you contact me through that, those instant messages come onto my phone, and I may not get back to you immediately, but I will get back to you. And I am a boomer. I love email. So once you get me DM'd, I'm going to get you an email address that you can contact me at, and that way, if we want to send files back and forth, the email is the best way to do it for me as an old guy. And Jim says, I know a few ladies that might be able to help out with that. I appreciate that, Jim. Like I said, we'll talk about that when we get a chance. Once you get me DM'd, I'll give you an email address, and we can start swapping emails back and forth. That way, it'll be easier for me, because I can't just whip out the phone at any time at work and start getting on it, because I'm way too busy. I am a machinist in a factory, and when I get there, I work my booty hole off until from 6 a.m. to 2:30. So, and then by the time I get home, I'm exhausted and a little bit hungry, because I don't eat while I'm at work. I wait till I come home to eat. So I'll come home, get me a little something to eat, sit down, relax, turn on YouTube, see what Jeremy Hambone's up to over there on the quarterling and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of my day. Michael says, I sent you a few pictures in Facebook Messenger. Yes, you did. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind showing those off for you here. Let's just get this on full screen and we'll go over to here and we'll look at some of these pictures that he sent. This looks like some wrestling figures here. And let's see, it's frozen, isn't it? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I see what's going on. There we go now. And looks like some MOTU figures. More MOTU. Oh, wow. Check out that. That's a big collection there. I'm sorry about the smallness of this, but that's what these pictures are on the Facebook. They're not big enough for me to actually blow up here. Go through some of Michael's pictures here of his collection. Look at all those MOTU figures. Wow. Okay. And that's the figures that Michael sent me on his Facebook there. Rollo says I'm invited. Did I mention that you were invited to Mexico? I'd love to go to Mexico someday, Rollo, but that's not going to be in the cards anytime soon, brother. But like I said, it'd be great. And he may have been talking to you, Michael, inviting you to Mexico to bring some of your stuff down there so that he could look at it. How have you been doing, Rollo? Is everything going all right? I know that you have some issues you might not want to talk about on here, but just let me know if how things are going with that. I appreciate to know because I worry about you too sometimes, brother. But yeah, just kind of sitting back and enjoying the collection here. I don't know if you guys saw the last live stream, but I was able to get some custom flooring for Grayskull up there in the towers from Talos Dream Shop, and kind of made my Grayskull look a little bit better than it did before with those custom floors up there. So I kind of like that. And Rollo says that's free and might be straightening things out. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, if anybody's got anything any further, now's the time to do it because I'm going to have to cut this one off. We've been on for about 43 minutes now, and I don't have a whole lot else to talk about there. So as Michael says, I have a $900 order shipping out soon. Wow. Is that a $900 order that you ordered for yourself, for your store, or is that someone ordered $900 worth of merchandise from you? Carl says, pick up the Nike. That's not that far, buddy. Bike. Oh, okay. You want me to ride my motorcycle down there to Mexico? I don't know about that, man. I might have to do that after I retire, but that won't be for about 10 years for me. I've got a long ways to go before I'm able to retire. Yeah, I haven't done a trip down to Mexico on a motorcycle at all. And Michael says, okay, that's merchandise that you've ordered for your store. That's pretty cool, man. So he's ordered some more merchandise for his store. So like I said, check out Maniac Plastic Toy Store, and he's got some merchandise there that everybody might be interested in. So there's that. Yeah, Rollo, it's good to be seen there. Trap Jaw says bye, Bill. All right, Trap Jaw, you take it easy. You guys take it easy. I'm glad y'all stopped in tonight to check out some of my stuff and some of what's going on and watch me do a down and dirty customization tonight. Hope that kind of gives you guys some ideas of some of the things that you can do with these Origins figures. And like I said, if anybody wants to help support the channel, help me get some of these stop motions done, I've that Patreon is there. I've got a link down in the page description, and we'll see you guys next time. And everybody have just a wonderful day. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video. Thank you.